Good evening. A week-long crackdown's underway across the region to catch uninsured drivers. Birmingham is a particular hotspot with an estimated 1 in 30 vehicles in some parts of the city without insurance cover. That adds a cost to all our premiums. But from today, police forces will be taking a zero-tolerance approach to motorists they catch without proper cover, including seizing their vehicles on the spot. Jonathan Gibson reports.
I'm with the Central Motorway Police Group on the lookout for uninsured drivers.
This car is fitted with what we call ANPR, automatic number plate recognition cameras, yeah. So this car's constantly reading any car that we pass, front and rear. It'll read the registration numbers.
The numbers are run through a national database which checks who's covered, and the car in front's not.
Hey mate, you alright? Yes mate. Just want to jump out? The reason I've stopped you is because the cameras on the Bristol Street out of the city, your car's just tripped it, indicating that there's possibly no insurance on the car. Right, okay.
The driver, Christian, says he does have insurance, but when the police double-check...
Lovely, so they've got no trace.
It means Christian's car will be seized on the spot.
I'm obviously not insured. I thought I was insured and the bank had stopped my payment. But that's basically it, so I'm not insured, so they've seized my car. Get insured.
His driving licence was fine, and everything else turned out to be okay. So he'll just probably end up in the local magistrates court in town in Birmingham, and then a fine and 6 points.
Parts of the West Midlands have the highest proportion of uninsured drivers anywhere in the country. The B9 Postal District of Birmingham is the #1 hotspot. 1 in 30 vehicles here doesn't have any insurance.
Is that true? All right, I never knew that.
Driving uninsured, they should be banned off the roads.
One of the bikes has pulled over another vehicle, so we're on our way to see what's going on. The driver of this van's also convinced he does have insurance, but the police prove otherwise.
We're saying now that the transit van is not insured on your system at this moment in time.
It means a fine, 6 points on his licence, and no van until he gets insurance.
There are something in the order of 1 million vehicles out there, out of a total of 38 million, that are driving uninsured. And bearing in mind that uninsured drivers account for something like 26,000 injuries and 130 deaths every year, we need to take these people off the road.
And that's exactly what the Central Motorway Police Group are doing. This is the 1,500th car seized by this team in the last 12 months. Jonathan Gibson, BBC Midlands Today.
Well, it's not just cheap cars being seized, but plenty of luxury cars too, even the occasional Lamborghini and Rolls-Royce. There's more on this on Inside Out, which this week is on Friday at 7:30 here on BBC One. Well, what happens if you're unfortunate enough to be involved in an accident with an uninsured driver? Our reporter Elizabeth Glinker joins us now. First of all, how bad is it in the Midlands for this sort of incident?
It's pretty bad, Nick. Of the top 20 hotspots across the whole country, 11 of them are in our region. In fact, all of the top 5 are in Birmingham. They're in Bordesley, Washwood Heath, Aston, Nechells and Handsworth. Now, it's estimated there are around 117,000 uninsured vehicles in the West Midlands. So what do you do if you get hit by one of them? Well, as with any accident, you should call your insurer. If the other car drives off, then you should call the police because it is an offence to flee an accident. If it's possible to, then you should try and remember the number plate or take a photo if you've got time. If the accident's not your fault, then it shouldn't affect your premium or your no claims bonus. But if your insurer won't cover you, then you can make a claim to the Motor Insurers Bureau. It was set up to deal with exactly this sort of problem and is paid for by the insurance companies. It's sort of the insurance for the insurers, although it can be quite a long and involved process. Also, the MIB has developed a new mobile app so that you can tell if a car that has hit you is insured. You can find out about that app and download it by going to the askmid.org.uk website. But of course, all of this isn't without a cost. It's estimated that uninsured drivers cost the industry around £400 million a year. Who pays for that? Well, we do. As the insurance companies have to recoup their losses, they do that by increasing our premiums. Nick.
Elizabeth, thank you. A man has been